Hello investors, welcome to Chart Shastra where investing is made simple with the help of charts. Today is a very special video series which I am starting now. It is called Market Leader series. Everyone knows that the market has been correcting for almost last 6 months. In fact, you can see here this is the Nifty small cap chart. Market has made its peak in September 2024 and from that point onwards you can see that small cap has corrected almost 30%. This is just on the index level, and you can see on the stocks level that almost few stocks have been correcting 60%, 70%. So at one point or the other point, the market would have ended its correction, right? There would be a new bull market. And what do you think that the new bull market would have? Would it be the same old winners which are running in the previous bull run? No, right? There would be a new set of leaders. This is what the complete series is all about. How to find the next new leaders in the market. Even now, I have been noticing few sectors out there which are very strongly outperforming the market in such bad conditions. So one such sector which is we will be talking today about is fertilizers. So why am I focusing a lot on fertilizers? Because recently the IMD is nothing but your Indian Meteorological Department. It has told that there would be an above normal monsoon in 2025. And if you just want to quantify this a little bit, they say that there could be 105% of the long-term period average range. And they have told the same thing in last year also. You can see here, right? The last April, they had predicted that the monsoon would be 106%, while the actual rains were much better, which were 108%. So if this was the same condition, which theme would be mostly benefiting from the monsoons? They would be the fertilizers sector, right? So that's why let's focus. What are the top stocks which we need to study in the fertilizers? I've been looking at here multiple fertilizers name and I have shortlisted four of the strongest names out there. The first one which we would be talking today is Chambal Fertilizers. I clearly remember, you can see the Chambal Fertilizers chart here, right? In June 24, there was a very strong breakout. This was the time when the new Narendra Modi has formed the government Modi 3.0. He highlighted that he would mostly stress on the agriculture theme. That's where all these agriculture related stocks made all-time high. But post that, the stock has been consolidating from a very long time. And here you can see, right, this is Nifty small cap index. You can see that the market has corrected more than 30%. But look at during the same time, Chambal Fertilizers did not even correct. But almost since the beginning of the March, you can see that the stock was up almost from this point, it was up almost 40% in last 2 months. That's how the relatively strong stocks would look like. While the entire market is making lower lows, each time the stock is making high. And now let's focus on the next stock, which is Coromandel. You can see almost there is a very similar chart to Chambal Fertilizers, right? So it is not a pure coincidence. The entire smart money is moving into these fertilizer stocks. The same reaction happened in the last June. You can see that there was a very good rally. Post that there was a period of long consolidation, and again in the month of March, these fertilizer stocks were picking up. Look at how the market has been doing. It was a very choppy and a sideways. But look at here, from this point onwards, the stock was up almost another 45%. Not only these two, I would consider Chambal Fertilizers and Coromandel as the top two stocks in fertilizers theme, which I would be watching for the next 1 2 years. And post that, you can also see another names like Deepak Fertilizers. You can see clearly see that the stock did not correct much here. Even it has corrected during this correction, it quickly bounced back to its previous high. Right now it is in a long consolidation. I have put my alert somewhere around this 1330 range. Once it breaks out of this zone, that would be new all-time high for Deepak Fertilizers. Look at the same chart. You can see here, right? It was a market leader before this market correction itself. From June onwards, the stock was up almost 143%, while the market was mostly flat. With the correction starting in the December, there was a little bip in the stock, but it quickly moved up once again back. The final stock which I would be looking in the fertilizers theme is Mangalore Chemical Fertilizers. This has been consolidating from a very long time. I am opening a weekly chart. Look at here. From almost 2021, the stock has done nothing, but very recently the stock is strongly trending up. Although my strong preference would be for Chambal Fertilizers, even these four names would be something you should keep focusing on. You should keep tracking this sector very closely. Again, please note that if the monsoons were not as good as expected, there would be some dip in this stock business. So that's where you have to be a little bit careful here. But the previous IMD data suggests that the monsoon was better than the expected. Let's hope that it was also again the same thing repeating in 2025. Now, the another thing, another group of stocks which are very strongly holding up in these market conditions are hospitals. Why again? Because these stocks are very in a strong demand. There was a clear rising demand for specialized treatments, including oncology and high-end surgical procedures. This trend is contributing to ARPOB. This is the metric we look at in hospital stocks. It is nothing but the average revenue per occupied bed and the overall revenue growth. These numbers are increasing, steadily increasing for the stocks, and I have picked the top four names for hospital stocks too. The first one is Narayana Hrudayala. This is one of the this stock is actually showing the leader traits of the market. You can see clearly that while the entire market was struggling, this stock was consolidating very neatly. You can see here post results. Look at the volumes here. Highest volume in the year, highest volume in the year. Consistent back to back, very strong volumes. And almost from 1400 range, it was up to 1800 in less than 70 days. Again, 30% of very strong stock. The same thing if you look at KIMS. So this is also another multi-specialty hospital. You can see here that the stock did not correct in the entire correction. There was a little blip in the month of March, but look at here. It quickly came back to its previous high. And again, it is beautifully consolidating, trying to form a flag here. So that's a really good chart out there in the hospital stocks. Look at Aster DM. This is another healthcare or the hospital names. The same thing is repeating here. We are currently focusing on the names which are strongly bouncing up back to their previous high. Look at here, even on such today's volatile day, look at the stock. It was making its new all-time high. There is another name in the hospital stock which is called Healthcare Global, which is HCG. Although I'm not a very big fan of this name because it is very choppy and currently in a sideways trend. But again, right now we are in a bear market. We need to focus on the stocks which are resisting the fall, and also we need to focus on the stocks which are making new highs. Overall, I'm trying to find these four names really good from the upcoming bull market. So let me know what do you think about these stocks, and also please try to follow Chart Shastra on Twitter, where I would be putting a lot of charts for your references. In fact, I would be telling you the entry points, exit points, how I would take the entries. Thanks a lot. I'm really excited for this series. Please let me know how can I improve. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video series. Bye bye.